Welcome back to Docking Station. As always, I'm your host, Noobs. This is a discussion on what does and does not work in terms of video game names, how to fix the problem of totally illogical naming conventions, especially in terms of sequels and spin-offs, and how those all fit together. Here's a spin-off that I think the naming convention works. Mario Kart. You have to have Mario in the title because the game is, I mean, it's made out of Mario DNA, right? It doesn't work unless you say to people, this is a spin-off, it's a kart game with Mario characters, all your favorite Mario levels, whatever. But it's a kart game. That makes sense as a spin-off title. Then of course, I mean, Square Enix is the worst, but, you know, Nintendo, they've been exploiting their franchise. They do it just about as bad as anyone, right? And man, they stuck Mario in all kinds of games he doesn't belong in. And now, here's the thing. As I said, certain spin-offs, if you keep the naming conventions clean, they just work, they're fine, they can all live in their kind of branching universe, right? So Mario Kart, fine, that makes sense. The various RPG games, fine. The Donkey Kong games, and within that, like the country games and the puzzle games, the Mario versus Donkey Kong, fine. They've kind of got this branching thing that more or less makes sense, right? But think about trying to figure out what the the canonical, true core Mario games are. You have to start with Super Mario Brothers, don't you? It's not Mario Brothers. Surely that doesn't count. So Super Mario Brothers, and it's not Donkey Kong either. Donkey Kong is its own thing as well. Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, Super Mario World, which I think Super Mario World in Japan was Super Mario Brothers 4 Super Mario World, which that's totally confusing as well. And then you've got Yoshi's Island, which they sold as Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. So are we to believe that that is then like the fifth of the main Mario series? Because then they re-release these things on GBA, right? And they call them Super Mario Advance : Super Mario Brothers 2 or whatever. And then they call that one Super Mario Advance : Yoshi's Island. Now thankfully it wasn't Super Mario Advance : Super Mario World 2 : Yoshi's Island. Like, I feel like maybe they've retracted their initial claim, but because now we've got Yoshi's Island DS. So is that a core Mario game? Surely not. It's a spin-off. All these Yoshi games have to be considered spin-offs, right? So they're not Super Mario World 2. It never was. We have to like pretend they didn't say that. Let me know what you think of spin-offs, sequels, and how they're named in the comments section below. Rate this video, subscribe, and remember, stay charged.